Hey you guys, this is your coach Andrea Dickerson here with IOwnADaycare.com, where we connect childcare business owners with proven management solutions. For today's proven management solution, I want to talk to you about solving your critical moments of ebbs and flows in your business by having a mentor. So if you're interested in finding out what type of critical moments that childcare business owners are facing right now and how to have a mentor to help you get through those ebbs and flows in business, give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned and I'll be right back.
My name is Denise Yates with Child Play and Learn Family Childcare Home. I am with a part of the Jumpstart Bosses of America with Andrea Dickerson, our coach. The reason I joined is because I would see her every day on my social media platforms speaking about how she got started in the daycare business, in the childcare business, and how she built it big. And I was like, you know what? I was stuck in a place where I was not being motivated. I was just like, oh, I'm just a family childcare provider. I didn't feel that I would be able to do anything bigger than just being a family childcare / babysitter. So as I began to follow her and join, and when I joined, I followed her and then I joined, and I was like, wow, this is so much motivation. I'm stuck in this place, but I'm persevering, and following her gives me the encouragement I need. And the other women that are involved in the Jumpstart Bosses of America, they were outlets as well, giving me pointers and resources to use. I've also joined her Jumpstart Blueprint 2.0 class, and oh my God, it was amazing. Some of the nuggets that I took away from that program was great. I use it daily. I use my daily productivity board. It has me to plan a lot. I'm doing more planning, and I feel like a boss. At first, I didn't feel like a boss, but now I feel like a boss. And I just want to thank Andrea Dickerson and her staff for, this opportunity and for embracing me as a child care boss.
Hey you guys, thank you so much for staying along with me today. I hope that you really consider our mentorship program, Jumpstart Bosses of America. It's definitely a game changer, and it's meant for childcare business owners who are looking to have a bigger success in their life and in their business, and they're looking for resources, enjoy traveling, enjoy sisterhood, and enjoy fulfilling their highest level of potential. So, all right. So, what I want to talk to you guys today about is absolutely mindset changing, which is a little bit of story, okay? So I want to give you this story about my life, about how I became America's #1 childcare provider and how I had to endure the ebbs and flows of business. So for those of you who don't know what ebbs and flows are, that is a place in your business where it takes a dip or a turn and it's not the norm that you're used to. And so it's at a place where some people decide to quit, give up, close the doors, and some people decide to reinvent themselves, rebrand themselves, refocus, and get the ball back going. Many of us as childcare business owners have gone through this during this pandemic season. You have either decided that I'm going to keep my business rocking and rolling. I have gone through some things. I may have had an impact. I may not have as many children. I may have had situations happen in my business and happen in my life that could cause me to want to quit, but I'm not quitting. Why? Because you have a mindset to say, I got to make it through this. So that's titled ebbs and flows. That's when you go through dips and changes, and finances are different. Just the season is different. And so in my life and in my business, I've gone through that season. When I first got started, I have an 11,000 square foot building, but I had all of this space, but not the mindset of what to do with this space. I mean, I could have changed my life and I would have been a millionaire in my 20s. But because I was thinking small, I was thinking so small, I was afraid of a $2,000 building note. I had 11,000 square feet and it was only $2,000. I was the first Black woman in my city to have a commercial daycare site that was that large, okay? And so with me having so many furs, so many haters, and then thinking I knew it all, my mindset was wrong. I mean, I was just trying to purchase a Louis Vuitton bag. I didn't even know that I had enough property in my life that I could have became a multimillionaire in my 20s. Like, I wasn't even thinking. All right. Why wasn't I thinking? Because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have any wealth principles. I didn't have a wealth mindset. I was just thinking about starting a daycare. Many of you have that mindset where your biggest dream is just to start a daycare. But it's deeper than that, ladies. It's more than that, childcare business owners. If you're saying to yourself, Coach, you had all of that and you didn't know what to do with it. Yes, I'm saying that. You may have something greater happening in your life and you really don't know what to do with it. If you got a childcare business right now and all you think about is servicing children, you're not thinking big enough. There's more to childcare than just servicing children. This is a billion dollar industry. All right. So the industry of children is what we are in. And so I'm going through so many things in my business. So we end up not having the 11,000 square foot building because I wasn't thinking. I sold it. And so we went from not having the building to having to start over because the desire to care for kids never left me. So I had to start from scratch. Somebody type below, start from scratch. Yes. So I start over in this 700 square foot house. And my husband and I were sleeping on the floor. We're getting up. We're washing up in the bathroom because right now this family home was a actual house, but I transformed the whole house into childcare. I had no room untouched. Every room was childcare. So we had no bedrooms, no nothing. We slept on the floor because I was determined that I'm renewing my mind. I'm renewing everything because childcare was what I was good at, but I had done sold that location. By this time, the money was gone. My credit score was low. I had no money to start over. So I had to start from the bottom. You know that song, Started from the Bottom, Now We Here? That was me. So we started over again. We get up in the morning, we get dressed, and we're sleeping on the mats, right? That you sleep on for nap time. But however, I get this email from my coach, Dr. Stacia Pierce. She tells me that she's having this amazing 1 or 2 day conference in Orlando. It's $997. I could have took that $997 and I could have gotten me a mattress, a box spring, and a headboard. But guess what? That would have gotten me off the floor. But it wasn't the lack of finances that had me on the floor. It was my mindset that had me on the floor. It was my dream that had me on the floor because all I wanted to do was care for kids. So I made sacrifices in my life to do that. I know you make sacrifices too. I showed up. My husband agreed with me. We spent our last amount of money on the ticket. And then we robbed Peter to pay Paul so that we can have somewhere to stay. We get there. I get my hair done. I get myself looking like I'm supposed to be in this environment, okay? All right, we get there. She has this hot seat moment. Everybody in the room is dead quiet. So I step up to the plate and I say yes. And I step up and I say, you know what? I own the childcare business. You know, this is my goals. This is one of my dreams. And she looks at me and she says, no, you are. And she says, and where are you from? I said, Brunswick, Georgia. She says, you are Brunswick's #1 child care provider. And oh my God, it still resonates in my spirit today. I just got chills telling you guys this. Why? Because that was why I paid that $1,000. I paid that $1,000. I learned a whole lot during that weekend, but I paid that $1,000 so that I can have that life spoken to the seed that was in me so that I can get up off that floor, not just physically, but mentally in my mind. I got up off that floor. I haven't slept on the floor since then. If I sleep on the floor, it's because I was down there picking my money up and fell asleep. Otherwise, I hadn't slept on the floor since then. Why? Because God has given me wisdom because of that seed that was planted in me. It spoke to me. It spoke to the greatness that was in me, and it caused me to get up off that floor. Guys, I tell you guys what, in less than a year's time, I was owning and operating another 5,000 square foot building. I built my enrollment in less than 90 days to full enrollment. I had the state-of-the-art facility. I was the first Black woman in my city with a commercial site that filled up so quickly. We filled up so fast. God forbid, but we had other childcare businesses that was outdated, wasn't upgrading, and got comfortable in the field. They got so comfortable until the new kid came on the block, and they were closing down all around me. Why? Because I weathered the storm, and I became that word that was spoken over my life. I answered my phone. When I got home, I changed my phone script. Nobody could answer my phone with "thank you for calling ABC Childcare." No, they had to answer my phone with "thank you for choosing Brunswick's #1 childcare provider. This is Miss Dickerson speaking. Would you like to enroll your child today?" That one word from my mentor, that one shift, that one environment, that one thing changed my life. And because it changed my life, I've never been the same. What is it that you're missing from a mentor right now? What do you need from somebody to say and speak in your life that would change your life, that would change how you think, that would change how you do things, that would change the perception of who you are? Give you guys this one last story, then I'm going to let you go. This one last story is I created some childcare boss jewelry. You guys know we have our own jewelry that we create. I created this jewelry because I went into the hair store and I saw that they had hair balls, beauty balls, makeup balls. They had all these bosses. And I was like, well, where is the childcare boss? And then I was like, you know what? If we don't take care of the children, those mamas can't do hair. If we don't take care of the children, those MUAs gonna need somebody to watch their kids while they go out and do these faces. I said, you know what? Before there was ever a MUA or a beauty boss or this type of boss or girl boss, there was a childcare boss. Somebody that was sacrificing their life, their time, and their nurturing spirit to care for these children. So I said, you know what? If it's not on the market, I'm going to put it on the market. And I put the jewelry on the market. I put the term childcare boss on the market. Well, people are now using it all around the world. That's fine. When you're a trendsetter, when you're the #1, that's what you do. Had my coach never spoken to my life that you're the #1 trendsetter, you're the #1 provider, you're America's #1 childcare success coach, you're Brunswick's #1 childcare provider, I wouldn't have got up off that floor because I wasn't physically on the floor. I was on the bottom in my mind. But that's why you need a mentor, somebody that's going to shift your mind, shift your thinking, shift your beliefs, shift your possibilities to cause you to believe a bigger dream about yourself. And when I left that environment that I was in, I came home on another level because it wasn't the fact that I just got motivated, but what happened was I got inspired to succeed. I got the inspiration I needed to dream a bigger dream. I believed in myself because I had somebody else believing in me. And not only did she believe in me, but she was doing it big in her own life. She was doing it big in her own business. And I saw somebody that looked like me, talked like me, walked like me, and came from the life I came from, who showed me that if I change my mindset, if I just read, if I meditate, if I journal, if I believe in myself, if I have $1 million habits, then I too will experience this good life. I too will have a successful business. Now, I know y'all never saw Coach Andrea get like this before on YouTube, but sometimes you just got to tell the story and tell it like it is. If you don't have a mentor, let me tell you how to get one today. My mentors told me, sign up with me and I will help change your life. Well, I'm telling you today, with Jumpstart Bosses of America, when you sign up with us, you're going to be in an environment of women that are just like you, making decisions every day to stay on their successful grind, making a decision every day to go through the ups and the downs in business and having a testimony throughout it all. What? Because you learn to be grateful. When you become a millionaire, you learn to be grateful for everything. On your way to becoming a multimillionaire, you learn to be grateful for everything. So guess what? You need to be around a bunch of bosses. You need to be around a bunch of women who are bosses in their own business, in their own life, with their family. You know what your goals are? This is what Jumpstart Bosses is all about. 3 goals. loving God, loving my family, and making millions. If that's what you're about, if this is what you want to do in your life and in your childcare business, then join us in jumpstartbossesofamerica.com. Right now, registration is now open. I haven't done a real big, huge official launch, so you should get in right now. We have a few spaces available while registration is open. Go now, www.jumpstartbossesofamerica.com. Let me be your mentor. Let me inspire you. Let me motivate you to succeed. Well, all right. If you manage the childcare business that you love, you will love the childcare business that you manage. Bye, you guys. See you in Jumpstart Bosses of America.